What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite exotics in the entire game, the Tractor Cannon. I think it's one of the most versatile and unique weapons ever in Destiny. And basically what it does, the weapon emits a powerful impulse that pushes enemies away, suppresses their abilities, and makes them more vulnerable to void damage. I really want to make this video because I know a lot of tricks with this weapon to make it more optimized, and I see a lot of people using this weapon in ways I don't like. Whenever I'm watching a stream or a YouTube video and see someone using this is generally what I see, them just spamming it at enemies, and that's not the best way to use this weapon at all. So by the end of the video, I hope to change that and you guys learn new ways to use the weapon, actually make it useful in a lot of situations. One important thing is to have it masterworked. If you don't have it masterworked already, I'll explain it really quickly. You just get it from drops from regular Minions of the Darkness, basically any ad in PvE. Doing whatever you're doing in PvE, it has a chance of dropping the catalyst, and once you get it, you have to get general kills with the weapon, and the best place to do that is in the underbelly of the Leviathan raid in the engine room. So if you just follow what I'm doing here, take a left, then you'll slowly approach the engine room, the very first room you get to, and basically you just only want to kill all the things in this room with the tractor cannon, and there's 6 heavy drops, so you'll never run out of ammo, and that's why you use this room, the other room. Usually I'd use a healing rift right there and just drop it, that way I don't die, but basically all you have to do, especially with LUNAFACTION boots, is just walk in and out and have it reload for you, and just keep on shooting at them. And there's roughly like 10 to 20 ads in this room, I'm not sure the exact number, something like 15-ish, and this will take roughly an hour to complete it. So first, one of my favorite combos is using the Tractor Cannon with Claws of Ahamkara, which gives you 2 melee charges on Warlock. Basically, whoever's running the Tractor Cannon in your group should always be a Voidwalker Warlock using Bottom Tree Devour, because when you use your melee charge, it doesn't actually take it unless you kill the enemy. So basically, what you can do with the Tractor Cannon to optimize the damage is run these Claws of Ahamkara and shoot melee, shoot melee, shoot melee, and it basically sunlocks any major in the game and also does a lot of damage because your charged melee is void and you're buffing your void abilities by 50%. It allows you to kill a lot of enemies that you couldn't before and actually stun lock them because you're suppressing them with the Tractor Cannon, the meleeing them, and doing a lot of damage with your melee, and they just get stun locked over and over again forever. Even like some of the heaviest enemies in the game, like these guys in the Castellum, they just sit there and get stun locked and they can't do anything about it. They're suppressed, they can't use their abilities, they can't do anything, and they just have to sit there and take it. That's one of my favorite combos to do with the Tractor Cannon to optimize its damage and also not waste ammo. Something like this Rick Ogre Lost Sector, he dies in 3 combos, which is actually crazy compared to what usually people do is just sit there and spam Tractor Cannon and take 5-6 shots to kill him. You're wasting so much ammo when you could just be meleeing. Another thing about the Tractor Cannon is people don't realize how long the buff actually lasts. It lasts for roughly 10 seconds. I don't see exactly when it stops right here, but as you see, I'm still getting yellow numbers right around 10 to 11 seconds, and after that I start getting white again. So the buff lasts a very long time. And what that means is you don't need that much ammo for actual boss encounters. You only need 1 or 2, because the buff lasts so long, you don't have to apply the buff a few times. So what I see a lot of people do is save a lot of ammo for the boss, then not use it elsewhere in the strike, the raid, or whatever they're doing. This gun is really good against ads and majors, and it needs to be used in those situations instead of saving all the ammo just for the boss. As long as you have 3 or 4 shots going to the boss, you'll be more than fine, because you only need to apply the buff a few times, and everything else throughout the thing activity you're playing, the strike or raid or whatever it is, just use the Tractor Cannon for ad clear, you know, melee combo all the majors, and also just spam it at crowds of enemies. The way I like to think about this gun for ad clear is the thunder gun from Zombies. Once you think about it like that, it changes everything. As you see, with 2 shots, I just took out almost 8 goblins. Like, what else in the game can do that? It's basically a rocket launcher up close that doesn't damage you. That's what this gun really is. Plus, anything that doesn't die to a shot of it is then suppressed, can't use their abilities, and also can't really see and shoot you that well. One of my favorite strikes to use this weapon in is the new Macro Strike, the Strange Terrain. It's just so good, especially when you pair with Devour, using the melee combo on all the majors to kill them very quickly. It doesn't take my charged melee because for some reason it doesn't kill them with the charged melee. And there's so many things grouped up that this gun is so optimal for just ad clear in general. A lot of people right now think it's only a buff in the game, but that's simply not true. It's actually one of the best ad clearing and major killing weapons in the entire game, especially with 21 shots and 7 in the mag, which it has once it's Masterwork. And also, not only does it do all of that, it also buffs your void damage by 50% along with all of your teammates. So not only is it good at killing adds and killing majors, it's also really good for boss damage because you're going to allow your teammates to do a lot more damage themselves. And that 50% is a lot across a team of 5 other people, like in a raid when there's 6 people, minus you, that's 5. All of them doing 50% more damage, that's 250% more damage than they were doing in the first place. And you minus you, which is 100%, you're still going to be doing a lot more in the long run using a weapon like this for damage. As you see, as I'm playing this strike, I'm basically never not afraid to use the ammo. I'm just spamming it at literally every lane, low tier adds, majors, all those lanes, chaining devour back and forth, you know, doing the melee combo on the majors to stun lock them. It's just, this gun is just so good, so versatile. There's almost nothing it's not good at in the entire game. As you see on this ogre, I just hit him once with a tractor cannon and 1 Nova kills him full health. It's actually absurd how good this weapon is in almost all scenarios. So another thing I like to do with the tractor cannon is combo it with the new LUNAFACTION boots perk, which basically means your rift gives you double range and also you never have to reload, and plus the 30% damage on rift. And I pair that with something like a Void SMG. I use the EP SMG, and what you do is instead of just sitting there and shooting a tractor cannon or meleeing like a major or a boss the entire time, I sit there, apply the buff, and then switch to the SMG, and then shoot the SMG without having to ever reload. That's basically the most optimal boss damage with the tractor cannon. Usually right now, what I see when I see people using the tractor cannon in Escalation Protocol or a raid or whatever, you see them go in, apply the buff, run away, then roughly 6 seconds later, as you see here, go back in and apply the buff again. And that's just so much downtime and wasted time that they could be doing something else. For example, put down the rift, apply the buff, pull out the SMG, then just spray the SMG forever until the buff runs out, then reapply the buff and rinse and repeat. Doing something like this not only saves a lot of ammo for the tractor cannon, it's also very, very high damage output for the tractor cannon person. So really there's no downside of running a tractor cannon, because most people right now say, well, the tractor cannon person is basically not doing damage themselves. Well, that's not the case. It's because people choose not to do damage themselves. All you gotta do is simply use something like a Void SMG and a Rift, and you're basically outputting the same amount of damage as your teammates while using the tractor cannon. Anyways, that's gonna be all for the video. The rest are just some strike gameplays where I use it in a handful of the strikes in the game. As you see some of the clips, you'll understand what I mean by this gun being one of the best ad clearing weapons in the game, major killing weapons in the game, and also great for boss damage. This gun is by far the most versatile weapon ever in Destiny, and hopefully after this video, we start seeing people use it more optimal than they do right now. Thanks for watching, catch you guys next time.
I need a closer look.
Oh no. With the inhibitor offline, the neural network is going crazy. I'll try to stabilize it. Defend the area. Online and ready. Now for the inhibitor vent.
Really use the Valkyrie right now.
Stabilized. Kinda. But the Valkyrie is ready.
Looks like we may have shut down the facility in the process.
You also shut down Rasputin's defenses. I'm plotting you a direct path to Zul. You gotta move.
void light in there. How?
Anyone there? I just heard somebody. Commander Zavala, can you hear me?
The Hive can't summon anything without those crystals. Yes, we can hear you.
Thanks, the Traveler. I can barely hear you. Let me get to a better position.
Good. That should put a dent in their plans.
This is Take 3. Real relief to hear you all. Thought I was the last one down here.
Hold your position. We're coming to rescue you.
Rescue me? No, I'm coming to rescue you. I'm looking at a hell of a summoning ritual. Biggest shrieker I've seen in all my lives. Mark my words. Something real mean and real old is gonna use that thing to lay eyes on this planet.
These are all Guardians.